Hello and welcome to today's Living Word. I'm Dwayne Matz. We're continuing in the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, looking at verses 14 and 15. They read as follows. He, meaning Jesus, a prophetic statement here, will be as a sanctuary, but a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, as a trap and a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and many among them shall stumble. They shall fall and be broken, be snared and taken. That's Isaiah 8:14 and 15. Well, last time we looked at Jesus as our sanctuary, our refuge of ultimate safety that cannot be breached. You and I are safe as long as we remain in the nail-scarred hands of Jesus. He said, neither shall anyone snatch them out of my hand, John 10:28. But, woe to those who reject this cornerstone. He will be a stone of stumbling, a rock of offense, a trap, and a snare. And this is not some ordinary kind of a catch and release trap. It's deadly. It's final. And that's the lot of those who reject Jesus as the Messiah. And the New Testament is rife with repetitions of this prophetic warning. Jesus said this to the Jewish leaders of his day. Have you never read in the scriptures, the stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone? This was the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore I say to you, the kingdom of God will be taken from you and given to a nation bearing the fruits of it, and whoever falls on this stone will be broken, but on whoever it falls, it will grind him to powder. Matthew 21:42 through 44. So that's good news for us Gentiles, right? Who have come to faith by grace through faith that God gives us. But it's bad news for those who continue to reject Jesus as the Messiah. Simeon had this prophetic warning for those of Israel when he saw Jesus as a child. He said, behold, this child is destined for the fall and rising of many in Israel, and for a sign which will be spoken against. Luke 2:34. The writer of Romans reminds us, what shall we say then? That Gentiles who did not pursue righteousness have attained to righteousness, even the righteousness of faith. But Israel, pursuing the law of righteousness, has not attained to the law of righteousness. Why? Because they did not seek it by faith, but as it were, by the works of the law, for they stumbled at that stumbling stone. As it is written, behold, I lay in Zion a stumbling stone and rock of offense, and whoever believes on him will not be put to shame. That's Romans 9:30 through 33. It's the age-old salvation battle of gospel, righteousness by faith alone, versus law, righteousness by works, by what we have done. What will it be for you? Do you still believe that on Judgment Day you're going to stand before God and convince him that you've been good enough to earn heaven? Or will you rely on the righteousness of Christ through faith in his finished work on the cross? I'm Dwayne Matz, and that's today's Living Word.